Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven. Before we go any further, Scarlex has got 96 gold, and looking at it, I had a little bit of a nose through after the last session. We can take Dark Frenzy and we can make this 3 ranged attack, get a wound on it, and that's just amazing. A move, then a ranged attack, which spawns cold, which also applies a wound. We are totally buying that. Looking through the other people, we could spend a little bit on making trample better over here, or the other option was to put a wound on hook and chain, because we do use that a reasonable amount. Putting a wound and a disarm on it would be incredible. It's just not really going to be possible because the amount of money involved. Or getting a wound on something like brute force. The other option is we could also put strengthen on this, but again, a lot of money which we can't really afford. Spare dagger would be a good choice for sticking a wound on, just because it's such a good skill in itself. A 3 range attack with another attack on the bottom. We could definitely boost both of those. And where was skirmishing maneuver? We can't really boost skirmishing maneuver's top part, but we could boost the bottom part with a wound, and I think that one's what we're going to spend the money on, because we are keeping skirmishing maneuver just as a really viable skill. And if we're going to boost the top part, we don't actually need that much more to do it. It would be nice to stick a wound down the bottom over here for certain, but now that we've got skirmishing maneuver, this is the smarter choice. And Gator doesn't really have much that we want to boost. Reviving Shock would be really nice to get a wound on, because again, it attacks multiple targets. We could spend a little bit to boost the target, but we need just a tiny bit more gold. Gator is lagging, unfortunately, a little bit behind everyone else. Anyway, that's enough time with the Enchantress. I was having a look down the list of things. The next one that we could do is the Inox Encampment. And after that, we've got all of the other chests. The Vibrant Grotto still has one listed, because those are the ornate chests, much like the Burning Mountain. So we can pretty much ignore that. But the Inox Encampment, I believe that there's still a proper treasure chest on that we can go and get. So let's have our city encounter, and then we'll head across to the Inox Encampment and see how that goes. As the daylight fades, you find yourself wandering through a half-crowded market street, browsing wares. Hey, over here! You turn in the direction of the voice to see a filthy vermling gesturing from a dark alley. Yeah, you grim-looking chaps. I have something you might be interested in. Vermling holds out a piece of metal covered in sludge. Found this in the sewer. Writing on it I don't understand, but I know it's valuable. You can have it for 10 gold. No. No, we're not going to pay for it. We had the same thing just recently, and pretty much all of our gold is needed so we can actually afford to get Gator an enhancement. Let's head to the Inox Encampment and get our murder on. And after this, we'll get back on with the main missions. I know that there's 95 scenarios in total, so we've got a lot to get through. Heading out a little late, aren't you? The guard at the wall looks at you passively. You grunt in response, then head through the opened gate. Nobody's going to look for a corpse if you don't return, the guard shouts at your back. You end up embarking out on the road much later than you'd hoped. Events in town, sort of that, but as the dusk settles on the horizon, you feel confident that you're up to any threat you might face. And then begins the howling of wolves, vicious foul beasts, and, judging from their sounds, they seem to be getting closer. Let's let them come. Confident that the wolves pose no significant threat, you stand your ground and prepare for battle. The pack comes, ragged and hungry, slowly emerging from the dark, and surrounds your party. There are more of them than you expected, but not enough to take you down. You suffer a bite or two, but are able to fight them off. So we're going to start with a little bit of damage. That's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. We can deal with damage.
So this merchant wants to make an example of some caravan raiders.
Okay, we've heard all the dialogue, so we'll skip past that. Take only long rests? Sure, Scarlex can do that. Cause a trap to be sprung or disarmed? We can try that. And kill 5 or more monsters. Gator will give that a go. The big question is, where is the chest going to be in here? Okay, so we need to kill a number of enemies equal to 5 times the number of mercenaries, so that's going to be 15 in total. The chest itself isn't in here, but there is each of these side rooms, so we're going to have to do some exploring after we do some straight up murder. So starting off, we're going to want Withering Claw. The Mind's Weakness, so we can boost our attack. We'll also want Empathetic Assault, so that'll get us a little bit of healing and start sorting things out. Those archers are going to be a problem we want to address quickly if we can. Shaman Elite as well. Geek the Mage, as they say. 1, 2, 3. That's only 3 away. If we were to do Restorative Mist, we'd be able to move up to there, heal both of these guys a little bit. And thereafter, we could maybe get a stun shot off and just double down on the damage. Let's go for a Toxic Bolt, actually. Restorative Mist and Toxic Bolt. Over here, this is ideal for Skewer, so I think we'll try and line up for a Skewer. Or we could use Hook and Chain to move 3 and get an attack, and then something to attack on the top. So we end up there. Yeah, it's not great for attacking both of them. 1, 2. That's even worse. Skirmishing maneuver. It's going to be the best. We're not going to apply a wound, but we can work with it. Okay, so the guards are going to move slowly, but they're going to do a decent amount of damage. The archers have got a pretty long range as well. So let's move in just a tiny bit. Get the healing on. And start the damage off. And I think we'll get Empathetic Assault straight back. Then we come with a little bit of healing. And I think what we'll do is we'll Toxic Bolt this one over here, because he's the one we're going to get the most damage output on. Archers aren't close enough to do anything, which is good. So 1, 2, 3. skip the rest of the movement, get a decent strike off here. Big hit. That's unfortunate. We could use the battle axe, but it seems like a bit of a waste. It'd be good for like a proper big swing. Although we could use the battle axe with the jagged sword to get both of them starting to be damaged. No, we'll save and we'll use all three of those together. Okay, he's dead at least. Now comes the pain. Ow, I will use the steel ring for that. It's not too bad. It's a long range blast, but we were able to handle it. Alright, we want Brain Leech so that we can start doubling down on our attacks. We'll get both of them poisoned with that. And then we could use Dark Frenzy to step away and shoot someone. No, we can't because that's a move on the bottom. We'll get something that's got a decent bit of damage on the top. Ah, actually, we could use Frigid Apparition. Yeah. Although I would like to save that for stunning. Let's use Withering Claw, but we'll just use it as a regular attack. Okay, so that's good for you. It's going to be Reviving Shock and Enhancement Field over here. We want to really get that damage output going. And Spare Dagger will allow us to attack on the bottom. Trample will allow us to attack on the top and get a wound going. Okay, that's cool. Shield and Retaliate on the guards. They're moving pretty quickly, which is a shame. We might have to change around and do it as ranged hits. Yeah, this is a little frustrating. So 1, 2, 3. We couldn't quite make it close enough to that one. If we were to do this, we'll take 2 damage, which is annoying, but it's gonna be benefiting us next turn as well. So I'll take the damage for now. And we can try taking him out. We're rolling with advantage, so yeah, there we go. Not too bad in the end. Oh yeah, come into range, mate. Well, we don't want to be attacking him, we want to be attacking the shaman. So I think actually that's hazardous terrain that's going to hurt. Let's not use that. Let's instead just move in and get a wound on him. 3 in a wound. It's okay. We do need to heal up a bit, so let's use that now. One, two, three. Yeah, he's not quite going to be in range, but we've only got 2 targets with reviving shock, so we'll just put the damage out on you and you. Piercing bow, eagle eye goggles. Let's maximize damage. 6 damage! Over half killed him. 8 damage! Tinkerer doing work. Ow. Yeah, these archers are going to be trouble. Very ow. Alright. So, what are we going to do with these guys? We have advantage. Getting a stun isn't really going to be particularly helpful. Dark Frenzy will allow us to attack this guy over here, or yeah, will allow us to attack that guy, and Frigid Apparition will allow us to attack the one next to us. That should hopefully kill both of them. We need to get in closer to the archers and really start hurting them. So Stun Shot will give us the move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we could Ink Bomb them. We are lagging behind in experience, so that's not a terrible plan. Over here, it's going to be eye for an eye to get some healing on ourselves. And if we do Warding Strength, we can push him back onto the dangerous terrain. He's going to heal and bless himself. The archer's going to move and attack and immobilize, so I don't think it's too bad, actually. Right, so let's start with Frigid Apparition on you. If we get to here, we can still shoot him, or we can start going for the archers. I think he's probably the bigger threat. Damn, that is so much damage. This is a cool skill. Right, bit of healing on ourselves first. Give him a whack. Push him back onto the dangerous terrain. He's gonna do like his healing stuff, so that is what it is. Guards are going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. So he is going to come to there. Let's not go all the way. Let's go to here because our range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Sketchy. Let's come up the middle. And here's the ink bomb on both of them. It's a lot of damage to put out. It's just a shame it's burning a card to do it. We got the +3. Oh my word. Yeah, take that damage. Immobilized, which is a pain, but we'll just have to do some ranged bits. It was enough of a distraction that they were just focusing on the mine thief. Okay. So, we can't move down here, so it's going to have to be ranged stuff. Hostile takeover, and Into the Night will let us... Oh, no. Perverse Edge, actually. It's range 2, so we can, like, stun this guy, and we can shoot one of the others. I would like to get some healing out, so reinvigorating elixir over here, and if we go volatile concoction as well, we can recover some cards. That's a smart move. We can't push through that, so we're gonna have to do some fun. Oh, actually, we could leap and cleave over it. Okay, so the plan is to skewer this guy, then leap and cleave over, so we're now in the middle of this group. That's the plan. We'll see if it actually happens. Oh, he's gonna do some disarming. So plan is changing. Plan is definitely changing. Get the stun on you. We'll try a hostile takeover on you. The Mind Thief is becoming really consistent in the way he plays. It's really, really nice to have. So, yeah, getting into the middle of them is probably not a smart move. They're going to move 2, then attack 3. 1, 2. So, if we step in, we're going to get attacked. The Mind Thief's going to get attacked that way. We could kind of come round this way, sort of. But I think actually getting gold is a better thing for us to do at this point. We do need some healing though. So there's that, and we'll give you back 2 cards as well. You can have skirmishing maneuver and warding strength, I think. They're really packing down this side, aren't they? Ow. It's painful. Okay, empathetic assault will let us move and heal, and anything else we can use to attack. Let's save feedback loop. Over here. If you're moving, you'll be out the way. We could flame up 2 of them. It's burning a lot of cards early on, though. Range 3, 1, 2, 3, and not enough to take advantage of the dangerous terrain. Okay, let's say we use the net shooter to move in, and then the flamethrower to do some damage on the guards. Over here we've got skirmishing maneuver. We'll move in first with something else. Probably brute force. It's good. We'll get some shield, and then we'll attack, and then we'll move around, and then maybe attack this guy. That shaman is gonna do some healing. What are the guards gonna do? Move 3 and attack 3. So they're pretty much going to be able to finish. Is that impassable? I think that might be impassable. Well, probably not actually. Let's do the stab first, and then we'll retreat. That's a better plan. So here's the stab. We'll poison him for good measure. We'll back off and get a little bit of health back. Okay, so we need to get to here. And then we're going to go for both of these. That's really good with the wound on both of them. This guy's going to die, and this guy's going to still be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he should end up blocking his friend. Healed himself up. We'll just have to do it slightly differently. Could get the wound on him. What's the archer going to do? Attack 2, range 4. So, actually... No. We'll do skirmishing maneuver properly. I'll get the jagged sword on him just to make sure that he's going down. Because it comes back after a long rest. Oh, cool, we stunned him the next time, and he's basically dead. Well, it's funny and unfortunate at the same time. We could take damage and move through that, but then we'll be putting ourselves at serious risk for the other bits. Now let's just skip the movement. Finish him off. Get the gold. Put some shield on. I think we'll go for the door at the back. 2 damage. Yeah, we can just take that. Being immobilized is annoying, but... Okay, it's a little bit of damage, it's still fine. And that one bleeds out. Do we really want to do a long rest with you? I think we're going to have to do a short rest. Fine, we'll lose hostile takeover. Yeah, I wish I knew which place the chest was in. We could start pushing towards them now, actually. So if we were to do... we need to heal. We could empathetic assault a little bit closer. And dark frenzy to get a decent attack off. No, because we're going to be using the bottom part of the card. Gotta remember to do it correctly. Fine, we'll waste feedback loop. So this is just to move us in towards this door. Actually, you know what? Let's use the feedback loop to actually do the move. And maybe Frigid Apparition. Over here, Frank Bowhook Gun. We haven't actually killed any mobs, which is a bit of a shame. So this is just going to be pure damage output. And Warding Strength Balanced Measure. We'll use this to move in. They are constantly doing it, aren't they? And they are moving quickly. Ow, that's one to use the ring on. Ow. We're still fine, but not in a nice way. Damn it, completely blocked. Well, this is as good a time as any to use these two. Solid strikes. I'll push you back one. No, it's got to be two. Fine, we'll push you back two. I'll push you back two that way. And then we can actually go really far. So let's have a look in this room. There is no chest in that room. So let's go for the one at the back and see what's in there. Chest at the back.
Cave,
there we go.
only to be faced with a half-dozen crying, screaming Inox children. You have let.
So this is going to be really painful. But we know where the chest is. Ow, what? Okay, let's lose brute force and balanced measure. We are only in here to get that chest. Yeah, we'll lose warding strength and spare dagger. Yeah, with both of these right next to us, it's just going to be attack what we can. Well, he's definitely going to die on his turn. And I don't think that there's going to be any other chests. So at this point, we should just focus on getting as much gold as we can. Okay, over here it's going to have to be a short rest. We're going to need Eye for an Eye and Trample. That's going to let us move 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not quite going to be far enough to get in this turn. Ooh, Skirmishing Maneuver and Trample. That will let us get onto the chest if we don't die first. You're going to need a short rest. Sure, we'll lose Stun Shot. So Restorative Mist will heal yourself up. And what else? Toxic Bolt would let us do a decent strike at something nearby, try and get our kill count up. Dark Frenzy will do a decent bit of damage on something nearby, and Into the Night will allow us to loot some of the gold. Yeah, not going to be cool. Burn. Skewer. Burn Crank Bow. Burn Leaping Cleave. Yeah, skip the movement because we want to be where we are. Get the attack on. It's not great. And then loot what we can. I think we're going to run out of cards. It's just moving too slow compared to everything. I mean, they're all moving so quickly. Oh, they're just shielding and retaliating. Okay, we are going to get the chest. That's fine. I don't care if we lose the scenario. We just want that blooming chest. And as much gold as the Tinkerer can manage, right? So, heal yourself up. Only a 2 range. Huh. Well, we may as well double down on it. No, that's rather pants. Okay. We can make it to here. Unfortunately not attacking anyone, but after that, let's go for you. Stunned him for next turn, did a decent bit of damage. Move on to the chest. Job's a good one. What's in the chest? Horned Helm. Okay, that was worth the effort to get through to it. And it doesn't matter that he's exhausted. We'll just spend the rest of the time trying to gather up as much gold as we can. So, this will allow us to stun you. And that'll potentially give us a little bit of breathing room. And then we could burn Brain Leech to do some decent damage at range. Over here, if you're stunned, we could... I'd like something that attacks on the bottom. I don't think we have anything. Alright, well, reviving shock and enhancement field. We'll probably take a bit of range damage and we'll burn some cards against it, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, the archer's decent range. Nice, solid hit. Oh, good job. And yeah, definitely heal yourself up. He's so far away and they're stuck behind all these traps. I don't see them doing anything. These guys might do something. Yeah, getting Gator Gold at the moment is probably our biggest thing, now that we've picked up that chest. Oh, you're literally the only one in range. Well, that's a shame. He's still gonna bleed out on his turn. That'll mean there's 6 gold on there that we can pick up. Still giving it his all, isn't he? Let's use Reinvigorating Elixir. I very much doubt we'll kill 5 more mobs. Empathetic Assault, Withering Claw. That'll allow him to move that direction. We'll have to do Volatile Concoction to move, and Hook Gun to attack, maybe? Or really push the experience, actually. Let's use Net Shooter. If we're going to lose it, we may as well burn it. Shaman's moving fast. There goes Hook Gun. And we're stuck in place so we can't get the gold. Oh. It does not want me to get Gate or any upgrades. Gonna attack 3 there. That's fine. We can take that. Step in, heal up a little. Get some stabity on. That is such a pain. So with the Tinkerer, we do have some discarded cards that we can rest after this, but we're gonna get attacked. Is the short of it. So there's not really much we can do. We might get double damage on this, but it's really unlikely. At least we'll get an experience from it. And we'll give you back Dark Frenzy and Frigid Apparition. If we're not going to be able to get more for the Tinkerer, then at least the Mind Thief can gather up some things. Ah, he finally decided that he was bored enough. Oh, hang on. You're immobilized. We can still get it. Painful, but fine. You can do both of these. You can take a short rest. And we'll go Restorative Mist and Enhancement Field. Yeah, cool. They're not going faster than us. So there's the first strike. We're gonna... we could ensure that this guy dies, but let's grab some gold. And we'll get an attack on you. Muddle. Muddle and a wound. Have a go with the enhancement field. Yeah, that's doing nothing. Get the gold. It's better than nothing, it really is. Okay, short rest on the Mind Thief. Sure, we'll lose Perverse Edge. So we want... Dark Frenzy will allow us to attack on the bottom. Something that's going to allow us to attack on the top. Empathetic Assault's a good one. Because if we're not really caring about surviving, just killing more things is great. Frigid Apparition is also great because we can stun. So let's do that. Over here, short rest. The last two cards. We'll end up dying to retaliation, most probably. Let's get you stunned. And then step in over here. And help out against the guard. So Gator can still get a little bit more gold. So we've got 3, 3, and 3. Yeah, just get this one. And the Tinkerer will become exhausted, but can still act as effectively a blocker. Unless it gets shot, of course. So you're going to take a long rest, just to keep yourself out of trouble. If we can move through... Yeah, if we could move 3... with Withering Claw, we could loot it all with Into the Night. Except we're going to be immobilized. Ow! That is such a big smack. It really is. It's just like wallop. Well, we may as well go invisible, so at least we've got next turn. We can use Feedback Loop to get up to these. Yeah, you can't do anything because there's no one to target. We'll go after the archer. That disarm will stop him being useful. Take a short rest. No. We want to keep Dark Frenzy. So Dark Frenzy will allow us to attack you, and Into the Night will allow us to loot what's next to us. Yeah, let's go to here. Normally you wouldn't want to get a disadvantage on the attack, but if we get a lucky roll, we can loot both of the bits. You know, there's only these two left to kill. I mean, they are going to wallop us. We'll lose feedback loop. And we'll lose Frigid Apparition. Whether it's a long rest or a short rest, we are out of this. So let's just do a short rest and be done with it. We got a decent amount of gold. So I'm happy with that. And we got the chest. So all in all, not terrible. The Horned Hound design I am very curious about. I want to find out what that's all about. We are closer to retiring Horzat. Look at that. Up to 78 gold. That's quite a lot we managed to get. And 22 and 14 after spending down to next to nothing. So the Horned Helm, after moving 4 or more hexes, add +1 attack to your... That's really cool. Do you have... You've got the Wave Crest. I'm very tempted to sell the Wave Crest. Although I do like having the... It's a really tough call. I think we'll leave it alone. It is a really nice card, but you need to design yourself around moving really far, really quickly. Okay, well, that's going to be a good point to finish this episode off. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Gloomhaven. See you soon.